Hello, this is Dr. Kate. Today we're conducting Tonka Sj's interview. My shadow said it will be Kylie Dotson, Dr. Applebaum, and Frederick Willoughby. Tonka, can you go ahead and throw up your 20 macros for me in order from top to bottom?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you for that, Tonka. I'm going to go ahead and read to you the three sets of rules. I'm going to start with the HP rules. Do not resuscitate patients in any street surrounding a hospital, PvP, Blue Territory, or Army base. Do not serve patients without their weapons drawn. Do not send or on the main lobby floor. Do not go AFK while on duty. 3-day ban. Demotion. All funds returned. Only 2 staff members may be at each desk in rank order from brown, maroon, blue, white, and then green. Up to 3 melee up down the hallway, also in rank order. Your medication wait time is over 5 minutes. Go to emergency calls or med deliveries if the wait is under 5 minutes. Wait in the cafeteria. Do not use the front door, only rank 6 and up. Make sure through the front, only rank 7 and up. May use the front parking lot. Do not spawn the bus. You must have the permission of the DCP and the CP. Radio checks are mandatory. Keep an eye on the chat and always reply with a 10-4 copy macro. You cannot attend the PvP territories without a rank 7 or higher. I'm going to read the RP rules now. RP 13, Faction and RP. Non-RP behavior within game factions, including unlawful release of prisoners or execution of civilians by the police. Punishment and exoneration from the faction and or 30 minutes in 1-state jail up to 3-day ban. RP 14, sexual harassment, any form of non-consensual sexual actions, including simulation and explicit dialogue or actions, use of ethnic and or LGBT plus slurs, or excessive attentions. All sexual actions require OOC consent. Such actions should not occur in public or frequently visited areas. Punishment, 60 minutes mute, or 24 hours up to 30-day ban. RP 15, disruption of faction operations. Intentionally provoking faction members for entertainment or disrupting faction operations is prohibited. Punishment, 30 minutes in 1-state jail. RP 16, criminal acts against emergency personnel. Any criminal acts towards emergency medical personnel are prohibited. Punishment from 90 minutes to 1-state jail up to 12-hour ban. MD rules. MD1, you refuses to provide medical assistance. Refusing to provide medical assistance, including performing CPR and giving meds without a justified RP reason, as long as there is no threat to the medic's life, including situations when armed players are present at the scene. Punishment, 1 reprimand. MD2, providing medical aid during dangerous situations, selling medications, or resuscitating players in situations that threaten the life and health of both the medic and the player, including but not limited to during an escalating conflict, an active shootout, or a turf war. Punishment, 1 warning. MD3, complies with project rules. Medical personnel are required to comply with all established project rules. Punishment from 1 warning to 1 reprimand, depending on the faction leadership's decision at the point in time. MD4, improper RP behavior. Failure to adhere to RP rules when interacting with players while providing medical assistance or communicating with faction colleagues. Punishment, 1 warning from the faction leadership. Our MD 4.1, disrespectful behavior. Disrespectful behavior towards any player. Punishment, reprimand, or dismissal depending on faction leadership's decision at the point in time. MD 4.2, non-compliance with orders. Failure to comply with leadership orders or to observe the chain of commands within the faction. Punishment, 1 reprimand from the faction leadership. MD 4.3, assault on civilians. Assaulting civilians with a taser, weapon, or fist without an RP reason. Punishment, dismissal from the faction. MD 5, use of weapons. Medical personnel are strictly forbidden from using any weapons. Punishment, dismissal from the faction. MD 6, criminal activity. Intentionally associating with gangs committing major crimes, including but not limited to theft, vandalism, murder, or joining factions during activities where medic participation is not intended. Punishment, dismissal from the faction. MD 7, use of service vehicles for personal purposes. Use an official medical transport for personal travel not on duty, including for civilian jobs. Punishment, 1 warning. MD 7, use of personal vehicles. Using personal vehicles instead of service vehicles to perform faction duties. Punishment, 1 warning. MD 8, unauthorized issuance of recovery notes. Issuing medical certificates outside of a hospital. Issuing medical certificates for monetary compensations. Punishment, 1 warning. Do you have any questions for the HP, RP, or MD rules?
No, sir.
Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and ask you a set of 4 questions. My colleagues here will ask you 2 questions each. First question is, what made you want to rejoin the medical faction?
I want to join the medical faction because I love to help people, and then
Okay. Why is leadership important? You didn't even repeat the question.
Be, yeah, no, 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 no. Because if no, ¿cómo puedo decir como que no hay, si no hay un líder, ¿cómo digo eso?
If there's not a leader.
If there's not a leader, I think everything is chaos. No,
Yep, that's correct.
someone have to put the rules.
That is correct. My third question would be: are you allowed to spawn the bus?
Never spawn the boss if permission or DCP or CP.
That is correct. And my last question for you would be: is there something in specific that you want to do while being in a medical faction? Like, is there a goal do you have?
I not understand the question.
¿Tienes una meta en la mente para estar en la facción del médico?
Yeah, I want to rank up and help all my patients and colleagues say yeah.
Yes, sir. That's correct. I like that answer. Alrighty, that was all for my questions. I'm gonna pass it on to Miss Kylie Dotson.
If you have 5 minutes remaining on your med stock, where would you wait?
Under or the
Under 5 minutes.
if under 5 minutes I wait in the cafeteria, and if more than 5 minutes I go to med deliveries or CPR.
Awesome. All right. If you go AFK while on duty, what would you do? What would happen to you?
This mission for the faction and ban account.
So it'll actually be a 3-day ban, and you'll get a demotion, and all your funds will be returned.
All right.
Thank you, Miss Kylie. Frederick, can I get your two?
Are you allowed to use guns whilst going on CPR runs?
I can hear you.
Repeat it again, Frederick, please.
Are you allowed to use guns whilst doing CPR runs?
No, no, never use a gun.
My second question. If someone's pointing a gun at you whilst doing a CPR run, what are you meant to do?
I try to de-escalate the situation and try to talk to him, but if I can, I go to run for my life.
Yeah.
Yep, and always make sure to record and report as well.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Frederick. That was your second question, correct?
Yeah, that was my second.
All right, Dr. Applebaum, can I get your two questions, please?
Yeah, give me a sec. Okay, my first question would be, do you think that you're an asset to this faction and why?
Si me puedes traducir ahí.
¿Tú piensas que eres una mayor parte para la facción, como eres dependiente para la facción?
I think all the medics are important in the faction. ¿Cómo le digo que o sea, todos ponen su parte?
Each one has their own spot, and they all provide their own means to be able to reach higher goals.
Yeah, the Dr. K just said.
Okay, great. Alright, so why do you think rules are important?
You can repeat?
¿Por qué son importantes las reglas?
Because if they not rules, everything everyone do whatever they want, and it's not correct.
Alrighty, that is correct, Mr. Tonka. We do have rules for a reason. It's to ensure that everything's running smoothly and operating properly. Do you have any questions for us?
No, no.
Alrighty, that'll conclude Tonka SJ's interview.